Hey, what's going on everyone? Tony here with MusicGuyOnline.com, and I've got your 3-minute mix fix video tutorial of the week. And 3 is the operative number today because I'm going to teach you how to turn one guitar into 3 guitars. Now this is important if maybe, after the mixing has commenced, but the recording session has finished and you just don't have access to any other tracks for the rhythm and guitar. You might not be able to recreate it on your own. There's just no way to get another guitar on that track short of a little studio magic. So I'm going to give you a couple little hacks in which you can do that and create a much thicker rhythm guitar sound by just using the one that you have. So I got no processing going on whatsoever on the main track. I have a couple others set up which are exact clones of it. You can see them. Exact same thing right here, same honest gosh tracks right here, just cloned, and then panned far left and right. That's the first thing you can do, is just put them far left and right, and you can hear that's going to thicken out the stereo width very effectively. But then you just have 2 carbon copies of the same thing, just taking up more of the stereo width. It's just going to sound louder basically. So we need to process these a little bit. So on the left and the right, I've added a little bit of EQ touches. On the left, you can see I have sort of a low shelf right here. So the highs are coming in just fine. And then I have a little bit of a bump right here at, 306 hertz. And then we come down. I could bring that in a little bit. But the idea is to make it dissimilar enough from the original track without making it sound too different. We just want it to sound a little bit different. And when I'm doubling up guitars in my own studio, what I'll do is just use the exact same settings, but then I'll just tweak and dial back the treble a little bit on the amp before going in and doing that double track. So you have a little bit more treble on one side, a little less on the other. It's not a big difference, but it's just enough. And when you double track it, it sounds dissimilar enough that it sounds good. But again, we don't have that luxury here, so we're just working with EQ. And then, of course, on the right side, I have a high cut, so a low shelf really, where everything above, I guess, what does it look like? About 4.5 kilohertz is allowed to pass, but we're taking off some of that brightness on this right track. Again, the one in the middle staying the same. And then one final touch, because if we do that, it's going to sound good, but it's still going to sound a little robotic. So we want to move these a little bit. So we have our lead track right here. The original is going to play first in normal time, but then it's the copies that we've made, which we're going to pull back just a little bit by, maybe like a tenth of a hundredth or something like that. A very small fraction playing behind the other one. If they're playing too close, it's going to sound robotic. If they're playing too far behind, it's going to sound like you have a weird delay effect going on, which probably isn't what you're going for. But let's hear it all together with and without the changes now. Just the rhythm guitar bus going here. Take them out. Mix in the taste here. So it's just different enough that it sounds thicker now because we have the same versions. But as I said, it's different enough that you're not going to notice it. It sounds like new guitars were tracked. And we're going to bury them a little bit. We just want to bring out a little more thickness in that rhythm guitar sound. Sounds great for distorted guitars. It works well for clean guitars too when you got rhythm clean guitars. But pan them wide, you have a little bit more width in the stereo field and thicker rhythm guitar without having access to another take. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. If this helped you at all, please subscribe. We do these videos every week, and yeah, I'd love to have you around. So I am Tony with Music Guy Online, and I'll see you next time.